All right. I hope it's working. Let's see. I got the two. All right. Okay. I got the feedback. All right. The two I meant for two dots, two green dots for the microphone. So it's got a nice strong. It's got a nice strong signal for the voice. So it's just okay. So it's working out great. This is the NFL Monday Night Football post game with Coach Coyote. Okay. So the game's over, obviously, because it's now 11:57 p.m. Still before midnight. Okay, so we look at the score. Philadelphia Eagles 9, Tampa Bay Buccaneers 32. That was the final. Okay, and earlier I was saying on my pregame show, oh, about Philadelphia could lose this game. Now, I forgot to mention, here's Coach Coyote. I I just the thing with these puppets I use is just they're just kind of there. I don't want to show my face, so when I'm ready to show my face on the TV screen, I'll use these puppets in between. That'll be a different sports channel. That'll be when I have a full. That's when I have a more YouTube sports channel review. It's when I have a full time studio. Later on, I'll do it later, and more like not like where I have to do these makeshift studios here. Like, okay, so now go back to what I was saying earlier. I did say that I could see Tampa Bay being in head, being in the lead at halftime, which now earlier I made the pregame show where I was discussing that I could see myself, and pretended to be saying that going to watch the game with Coach Coyote, which is right here, Coach Coyote, and 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 then by halftime I said, I think I'm just gonna paraphrase because I don't remember exactly what it was. My quote is, but no, I can't go on my channel now and check on it because it's gonna count as a view, and it's a phony view right now. Yeah, I don't. I'm fine with no. It's just whatever it is. So no, okay. So now I'm fine with the numbers, whatever it is. Like there's no one watching, there's no views. I'm fine with it. It's just okay. So now, okay. See, I'm gonna just remember to keep stay on track here now. Okay, what it is that I said that Philadelphia, I could see them being behind at halftime, and I said that the they could also be uh, like falling behind constantly. Like or in other words, Tampa Bay could be running away with the game, and that's kind of what happened. And, it was. I don't think it was bad schemes, defensive coaching, and all that. It's just. I just happened. You know. Do we go back? I know, but do we? No. do we? Do we go back and say Philadelphia was going into free fall, and this exemplified it? No. Well, earlier in the season, I said Arizona was in a free fall, but I guess a lot of people would say that Philadelphia was in a free fall. It's a tough one to call. I mean, I mean, I, I could see Baker Mayfield winning. Also, I said that earlier too because because even previous weeks before this, I've picked I've picked games where I said Baker Mayfield will have a good game. So I'm gonna chalk it up as Baker Mayfield had a decent game. It's just uh, that where's he? Was he out coached by Tom? Was Sirianni, Coach Sirianni of Philadelphia, out coached by? Was it Todd Bowles? Uh, I, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, it's hard one to pull the trigger on saying he was out coached. There's just a few things that were just could be game changers. Like, and is this part of the coaching? Is this here's where I'm going to lay my first case? Is this part of the coaching? Now, when Philadelphia had the 1 point, was it? I think it was the 1 point. Okay, they yeah. So then they went for two after the penalty, and it didn't work out. It was just it's. I wouldn't have bothered. I would have took the pound. I would have took the penalty with the and be able to kick off, and so that way when you kick off, there's no issue that the ball is going to be returned for a touchdown. I would have just took the single, and then after that there was the 3 point. Again, so that would have made it 4 points then the field goal, and they didn't take the field goal. They didn't take the points. They didn't take the points. They took the points off the board, which sometimes you say don't take the points off the board. Well, tried to go for the first down, but I don't know what they were seeing. I just didn't know what they were seeing. I wouldn't have. I would have kept the points on the board but uh, this it really those 4 points wouldn't have mattered with the score the way it is. It wouldn't have mattered. It's just been that kind of playoffs right now where there's only one close game and the rest were just badly blowouts. Now was this was a slow blowout. Like it wasn't like a tire. It was like a tire kind of just leaking with a big hole. That's what I mean by blow. The tire didn't blow out like it did. Yeah, the tire just didn't like it didn't like hit something sharp and cut a big slice in the sidewall and completely blew up or no. It was just the game was progressed where it just kind of it was just a hole in the tire. It's not a slow leak. It was just but it just lost air. But not it didn't. Now, if it was a complete blowout tire, like if we're using the analogy, then the first half they would have been so far ahead. I'm talking the Arizona, the the Tampa Bay Buccaneers would have been so far ahead if it was like a tire blowout. But since I was just saying it was like this kind of big hole in in the sidewall, air coming out kind of thing. It just started letting out. Like it just got bigger. The hole got bigger, and the air just started coming out in the second half, and it was just getting to a point where you couldn't bring it to the repair shop, and it was like, "Oh, sorry, we can't repair this. The hole's just too big." Yeah, so they still had air in the tire when they're driving up to the tire shop, but just there was just no reviving that tire. It was like a new season. I guess that was it for the season. Yeah, you can't. There's no retreading, no fixing the sidewall. It's over. It's over, folks. It's over. The season's over. There's no. It's it was, now. Do you expect this to happen in the beginning of the season? No, no, not at all. No, I did not see this. These are the headlines you would have to say. Like these are the headlines you'd have to say to yourself if you were seeing this coming. Okay, so the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win the AFC South with Baker Mayfield, which I'd say sure that can happen, but then I'd say Atlanta Falcons were in the way. But that was a meltdown. Oh, the last game was a total meltdown on Atlanta Falcons. Okay, so then you could say, what about New Orleans Saints? I don't know. It's just a couple of games, and been they could have been the ones. They knew it. Watching this game right now, they could have been the ones in the dome right now. Well, I'm talking if there's New Orleans players, they're just grumbling amongst themselves, saying, if only we just would have won the NFC South. We would have had Philadelphia the first round, and we would have won at home. The way they played, we would have played up same. And it's what could have been, as they say. And of course, you got Falcons fans is just going. We were just a decent quarterback, NFL caliber quarterback away from being in the playoffs and winning the first round of the playoffs and getting a chance to be in the second round. And the way the season's been going, you never know. You just never know with this. So I know this is the Philadelphia Tampa Bay post game show, and now it's morphing into the. Now I'm morphing into the what happened to the Atlanta Falcons and what could have been, but it could come full circle with Nick Sirianni, head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, and his future, because look what happened to Arthur Smith. Now, Arthur Smith was kind of cut and dried. I I mean, it all started with who really wanted to draft a number 8 overall, a running back. I just wanted to make sure I said it clearly. Whose idea was it that said, let's draft a running back number 8? That talking Atlanta Falcons at the draft room. What happened there? I don't think that we're gonna know for sure unless it's out there. Is it out there? We're not sure. Is Arthur Smith? Why is Arthur Smith gonna spill the beans? If it say it wasn't Arthur Smith, right? Okay, now why wh- why is Arthur Smith gonna say, oh, it wasn't my idea. I didn't want it. Come on, he's not gonna do that because it would just be like, okay, then if another team hires Arthur Smith, because he can't possibly be hired by another team. Maybe he'll rebound back. maybe, who knows, somewhere we'll see. He probably likes to get back into trying to be a head coach again, but it's going to have to come through a different route. Maybe we're not sure how, but but only you know who knows the answer is the people are in that war room, as they call it, the draft room, I should say, not the war room. It's not a battle. It's just drafting. Okay, in that draft preparedness room, they knew who's ever in that room knows. Okay, so who really who's allowed to pull the plug on the idea of not drafting a quarterback? Yes, whose idea was it not to draft a quarterback? Okay, that's one. But then two is who had the final say, which is okay. Well, if we're going to get to Arthur Blank, but Arthur Blank is just going to listen to who was Arthur Blank listening to, and then the hierarchy comes down of this is a huge deal for Atlanta Falcons because they blown I say blown, they missed an opportunity to get a quarterback in that draft, and I did that draft too, where you can't say draft. I learned my lesson on that one. Don't live stream. Don't say the words NFL draft in the live stream, and they'll cut it out. There's no point. So I know why so many people don't do a live stream draft now. I got cut off, and I understand. I'm fine with it. I got choked off, as they say, throttled. I should have said. So the point being is that they got this. Is Nick Sirianni in danger of losing his job? He, um, it's not in the same situation as Arthur Smith because Arthur Smith was in. That was a is just something that could I would have done. I would have never taken a running back. And the only thing I thought of was, oh, I'm being too harsh. And what if I'm wrong on that? Okay, then well, if it's a once in a generational running back, it's worth it, I guess. You can, but it didn't turn out this season as the season progressed. Now it didn't turn out to be that. Look, okay, well, so that's what changed that. But in the Philadelphia Eagles, now there's answers to be answered, and one of them, I mean, there's questions to be answered, and one of them was Philadelphia was 0-11 combined on third and fourth down versus Tampa Bay. Okay, 0-11. There has to be answers for that 0-11. One of them I didn't believe in. It was that fourth, whatever it was. Like I didn't believe that I should have been went for it, but there, that's the way it goes. But the 0-11 was it the no? No, sorry. I'm thinking there was it fourth and five? Yeah, fourth and five. Yeah, fourth and five. That counts. Yeah, the fourth and five on the 5 year. To, yeah, I didn't believe. I would have took the 3 points. So there's one. But 0-11 combined on third and fourth down versus Tampa Bay. So that's see, that's something that Nick Sirianni's going to have to answer to Jeffrey Lurie when Jeffrey Lurie brings up that stat. They're going to be in it. Like, well, here's what happens. Okay, Monday there's going to be a meeting. Or today's Monday. I'm sorry, Tuesday. Tuesday is going to be a meeting. Jeffrey Lurie will have a we'll have the but like we'll have a billfold ready. Billfold. What's a wallet? I mean, we'll have like the. I don't know if they can have it in paper or just maybe he's old school. Who knows? Maybe you have a report, and one of those things would be like questions that you're asking. Yeah, it's going to be mostly questions to be asking Nick Sirianni on why do we why I'm not gonna take a loss, a cut, and releasing it, even though he's got a contract with him. So there's gonna be what's his vision and plan. And Jeff Lurie's got to sell this. Don't forget, he's got to sell this to the Philadelphia season ticket holders, and they're like, hmm, they're like, hmm. Yeah, why is he? What's going down now? And here's the big question, which is the obvious question, and Kelsey, J- eh, do do you want Kelsey back as center? Do you? It's the- here's I guess it's the age old question of rock and roll. Do you want to bring that band back together? That that's the thing we ask is that do you want to bring the band back together? You know, there's your coach. Now he's got to does he want to bring that band back together? And I'm talking like the old guard of all the veterans on. Is he ready to tell the veterans to like, yeah, we're good, we're good, we're moving into a new direction, releasing players, and there's gonna be a list of players that Coach Sirianni will say, I don't care if they're not back. Let's move on to another direction. He has to. Well, there's that old expression of is the players coach throwing people under the. I don't want to say under the bus. Nah, no. Let's just say it's just business. And if he comes with a plan and says, Coach Sirianni, I'm talking about, and says, well, I don't mind if Kelsey's not at center next season. Because then he looks at it and goes, you know what? I'm going to replace him with someone because of his age. Should be should be doing fine. And well, because he's more, but you're gonna lose a step when you're older. That's just the way it goes. And he takes the cap hit off, reduces the cap number, starts off there. That was easy. Just it's the cold shoulder. Was it the cold shoulder to his agent? You know what I mean by the cold shoulder? Just like they're talking. And they're like the agent's going, "Hey, if you want them back, hey, is this what's going to cost you if you want them back?" And they're like, "That's nice. We don't, not even at a discount rate. Not even at a discount." Did I just? I just laughed, and this is a man. This is a man's career we're talking about, and he's a first. I could say that he could. I say he could make the Hall of Fame in the future. Could, just but well, I don't. And there's going to be other players too. There's no like, well, not like you can't do anything about the Jalen Hurts in this situation. bench him, threaten to bench him. That's about it. But other than that, might have to. I would almost, if I wanted to save my job, just go. You know what? Let's just take Caleb Williams, a rookie contract. Jalen Hurts might get benched or play Jalen Hurts, but eh, there's always Caleb Williams. We're in the wings, waiting in the wings, and of course, his own center. Nothing personal. That's just NFL, folks. Folks, if you want to watch NFL as long as I do, you just don't get attached to the players. You can't get attached to players. You don't know if it's going to be injury or just whatever reason. Uh, I could, I'm, I could see a Jason Kelsey. Did I just say it all wrong? I could see Kelsey for the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles not being there next year because his contract is up and he's quite the, as I say, he is easy to just cut off. You know what I mean, to make it easy. Yeah. So, well, we'll leave it with the way things were going with the way things were going with the Philadelphia Eagles. It was falling apart, just great. And I guess I guess people can say that it was there, like it was for everyone to see that they were falling apart. Why did it just 2024? Is my live stream just frozen? No. Okay, it goes. Why does it go 6 seconds? Okay, 28:10. Oh, it goes 6 seconds. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Every 6 seconds counts. Okay, I don't have to. Okay, so it should be 34 next one. 22, 34. Yeah. Okay, there it is. Okay, goes in 6 center intervals. Okay, instead of second intervals. Okay, so I guess we got what, a minute left and minute and 10 left, and I'm going to wrap this up. It's been a good 28 minutes. Okay, here's the last minute wrap up, and we're all say our goodbyes here. Coach Coyote is saying goodbye. We haven't checked the schedule. We don't know. I don't think we'll have another. Oh, we might be able to do a Sunday night game. So let's wait for 30 seconds. I'm going to end this at exactly at 30 minutes. Okay, so we're almost there at 32. We're almost getting there. So for Coach Coyote and I, we're both going to say over and out.